What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and welcome back to the Crude Motor Fest. But we are now in the first ever update of the game. Now, it's not a major update like the Hoonigan update will be, which is month 3 December, but instead it's the Japanese month in the main stage. We have got two brand new cars, the Nissan 240 SX that we have right here. We've also got the brand new main stage with the bikes theme being the first week. Then we have, I guess we can see, we got the 4GT as well already. Next one is going to be Japanese customs. Then it's going to be Japanese Hoge. And then it's going to be, well, it's going to be the original rice patty, whatever that means. But that is the reward car for that week. As well as for the summit, we obviously got the 4GT last time. Then we've got Japanese Toge, which is got just a purple whatever. Then we have this one, which you need the Supra. Vehicle loaned is interesting. Okay. Didn't know they were doing that. And then we also have the Big Four with the, I imagine the Big Four Japanese bike companies is what that is. Here's the 240SX though. We also got the Nissan Z. By the way, this thing is Street Tier 1, interestingly. Just like the Nissan 300ZX and the FC, and the Eclipse, there's a bunch of sporty old school Japanese cars that are clearly sporty for their time, you know? They just, I guess they don't match up with modern day Hurricanes and Jaguar F-Types and everything else that's in Street Tier 2. Instead, we've got these kind of cars in Street Tier 1, and we're gonna be going into this. What else do we get new? We got anything? Oh, yeah, of course. So, on top of all of that, we've also got the Red Fury is now a main stage reward. The Red Fury, the first ever summit car in the Crew 2, is now a monthly reward, which is crazy. We've got up to level 100 on here again. We've got all of these to do again. You can see I've done a few. That's because I already recorded both of these videos. The customization segment you're going to see is from the original recording. That's why this thing's already customized. But I'm going to go into a race and everything separately. My streaming PC just died. Like, just the SSD, barely over a year old, just stopped work. I'm still troubleshooting that. This is one I was surprised was in Street Tier 1, because it's, you know, it's a modern car. This is a 2021 car, but it's Street Tier 1. So, you know, what are you going to do? Now, we've also got, yeah, the 240, which this thing, I believe I've swapped it here as well. We've got an inline 4 in this thing right now. Specifically, a rally inline 4. And it was quite bad the first time I was handling it, but turns out I think that's just because I had a few different settings off, like I was playing with ESP off and drift assist on sport rather than comfort. It was just sliding out no matter what, but now I'm gonna actually try this thing out to see if it is actually any good, and if it was just because I had them off that it was being bad. Oh, and we've got a live reward. You know what? I actually need to max some specs out, so let me actually quickly find this live reward. It's the one in the tent here. There it is. There we go. Is there gonna be enough room in here to, is there? Wrong thing. Okay, that's spoiler. There we go. Sweet. That's a spec I don't want to actually do events for to max out, so that is perfect for me. Oh, not only all of that, but we're also level 157 in Motorfest levels, and we've got 182 legend points, which is a fair few, but there is like 1,000 in total that you can put on here. I need to max all these out at some point. Obviously can't do that just yet. Now we've got a lot more, so I can have it all on pure and all on extra pump and all on, I guess, I'll definitely need skilled at some point. Some extra money would be nice, considering that I need 25 million to buy all the cars that I don't own, which I need to do at some point. But I guess let's show you my experience customizing the 240SX. Let's customize this thing. What have we got? What have we got? Now, I already had a file corrupt, so that is something I already put on, but I'll show you. We can't loop back around, so let's show you here. We got carbon fiber version. We got this, which I was like, maybe if we're really gonna race it, maybe. But probably not for now, and that's And then we got, Oh, that is a Crew 2 front bumper. What? It's atrocious. Oh, is that just that? You know what? That's pretty nice, actually. You know what? It's times like these that do make me wish I could drop cars to the ground with lowered suspension. That looks... I feel like that's maybe something I would go with if the side skirt matches. Okay, that's all we've got. I'm not going to look at the wide body just yet, because I remember it being terrible. That's all we've got on the side skirt? What do you mean? Ivory Tower, the amount of times you give us banging splitters, but then don't give us exact matching side skirts. It's like, look, what if you went with one of these? What if you went with this, right? You can't have the red line at the bottom on the side skirts, because there's only 2 side skirts. Ivory Tower, what are you doing to me? I mean, I guess I'll go with these, you know, they look fancy, I guess. And the front bumper, I want to go with something, but none of them are good. Okay, can I go with one of those? Well, like I'm not even going to attempt to name it, because I know I lack in the car knowledge. I might keep it stock. I kind of like the front bumper on the 240SX. I'm going to go with that. I'm just going to go with the blacked out lights and whatnot. And now the wide body, okay. Postman Pat looking wide body. What is that? Oh, and the other one's just going to be carbon fiber, right? What is that? Let me look at it, okay? Let me just look at it. Did we get any other rims? Oh, we did. Okay, good. I'm gonna go with those. Let me just look at the wide body first, okay? That's disgusting. That's vile. I'm taking that off. Why does it look so bad? Why did both of these cars have such terrible wide bodies? It's so awkward. That's atrocious. What are you on about? The suspense is killing me. I'm tired of this happening. Okay, let me bolt out of here. Okay, let me stop with the bad puns and actually get out of there. Okay, second is what? Is that a delete? Yeah, no spoiler. I mean, it just looks like an American, like, it looks like a generic American kind of car. This could be the back of a Crown Vic for all I know. The front really does save this car. It does kind of reek of car but Japanese. Then we've got... I imagine this is where they get wild and wacky. Whoa! Okay, now, there you go, and carbon fiber. Okay, I think every single one of those suck. Every single one of them sucks. I'm gonna go with the stock. Hopefully, I can save this rear bumper, at least. Let me do something like that, because... Whoa! What? What? That's pretty cool. If I went with nothing else, I'm going with that. Oh, that's quite nice. That's a nice looking rear. Yeah, okay, you know what? This thing is getting saved by the rear bumpers here. What's the difference? What do you mean? Why is that 12 and not... Okay, what? What's the difference there? Okay, that rear makes me want to use the carbon fiber side skirt and a proper front bumper, but I'm just gonna go with either single big or... No, I don't know. I don't know. 2. We're gonna go with 2. There we go. What have we done? Okay, maybe a livery can save it. Maybe a livery can... Oh, that's quite nice. What is that from? That has to be from something, right? That looks cool. No. Maybe if I change the material. That one's pretty nice. Definitely needs a different color scheme, though. That's cool. That's cool. Then we've got... Okay. I mean, we definitely need... The pro livery creators definitely aren't on the game yet. And that's really annoying that the, like, real proper livery creators haven't gotten on Motorfest yet. Oh, pink. In fact, okay, this thing would make a pretty nice... police car. Could you Japanese police car this thing? Yeah, you could. Okay. That would be cool, to be fair. Okay, there's a bunch of Japanese liveries here, so let me look for one of those in the exclusive liveries. That's what I mean. Like, that's the first one. There's a bunch of East Asian type liveries. Thank you, Ivory Tower, for allowing us to not be able to use filters here. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's the one I mean. There we go. I don't know why we can't use filters in that menu. Oh, I like the red on this thing, though. The white looks kind of alright. Black would maybe... Oh, no. This thing's definitely like a white livery. White color kind of car. I don't like it that much anymore. Oh, and I can't go back to where it was because there's no filters. Oh, there's this, which does have the one at the front there, which I definitely have to change the hood if I used. This one's really subtle, but I almost really like it. This livery. I'm gonna go with that, and then color-wise, maybe back on the red, honestly. I feel bad about how little I've raced this thing. I'll put the racing tires on it, but like, I'm not doing anything else. I don't even really like the racing tires on it. It doesn't look like it should have it on them. This thing's a... I don't know. I don't want to say anything, because I know, just like, I know people love my car opinions. There we go, and now, let's hop into a race with this thing, I guess. I'm gonna take it into some races that I did before as well. I'm gonna take it into German X-Qualitat is what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna take it into the other race that I took it into in my first recording as well. Here we go, German X-Qualitat, a donut media event. Oh, we're up against the Fair Lady Z. You know what? I love this thing from the front. I think it's a really good looking car from the front. It's just the back I can't get behind, man. I just can't get behind the back. Okay. It's quite nice so far. It's definitely not what it was before. Trust me. The way I was driving this thing before with all the assists adjusted, it would just slide. Like, no matter what, every turn it would slide. Without question. It was so frustrating. But now I'm actually able to drive this thing properly. Thankfully. Whoa! I forget you lose all traction in the air. That being because there is no, you know what I mean. Also, I slid out there to show you that this thing has some really nice body detail work, right? Like, it's got some nice dent work on it. The scratching and whatnot, I don't think I've seen a car have that level of scratch work, dent work when you damage the vehicle. You know, if I chuck this thing into another wall, like this. It was more the side, wasn't it? Yeah, there you go, though. You know, you can see it's got a nice amount of dent work. Can we swing her? Yes, we can. I have been getting very good at gauging swinging cars. Also, they should really fix this bridge. That's a safety hazard is what that is. All in all, this thing is pretty nice. I mean, it's nice to have a new car. Looking at it, driving it, it's just very, very nice to have a brand new car. As well as I'm going to take it into a much more turny event next to actually gauge whether it is a good car with the assists that I know how to use on. I'll probably get used to the more meta assists, but I need to actually drive this thing in a way that actually shows it's a good car instead of writing it off as a terrible car, just because I don't know how to drive with ESP off and drift assist sport. Traction control still on comfort is the meta. I'm taking this jump. I mean, I say jump. That's just it's a mall, you know. It's just a ramp up at a mall. Also, why is that a ramp? Surely that should be stairs. Who's gonna go up like a ramp? It's such a steep ramp as well. Surely that's gonna be very inconvenient for people to walk up. I don't know. I'm thinking logistically here. Here we go. We're coming towards the end now, and then we can take it into a more Japanese-themed event as well. Not just a donut media event this time. Here we go into event number 2. Let me swap out this engine as well, actually. It's the goddamn inline 4 rally engine. Let's put something a bit more on theme on this thing. Okay, we've got a flat 6, which is a Porsche engine. We've got the rotative. I mean, there's the stock engine. Maybe the turbo V6. Let's listen to the turbo V6. You know, that's a JDM engine, it's claiming. Yeah, sure, you know. Sure. I love driving through the city at night, by the way, especially in a car like this. The Nissan Z, that thing's a daytime kind of car. This thing, with the exhaust that I've got on it, this thing's a nighttime car. A nighttime menace of a car. Here we go. We're in the Toge Spirit. The Japanese play this event. Oh, okay, yeah. It was a matter of assists. This thing is absolutely fine as far as a car goes. Obviously, it's up against some pretty stinky cars anyway in Street Tier 1. There's the JDM cars, which are pretty sporty, but then it's just up against, like, old-school muscle cars, like the Chargers and whatnot, and, like, hatchbacks. SUVs and hatchbacks are this thing's other competition, which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that this thing is up against such terrible cars when it comes to its spec, you know? Give this thing some respect. The best thing in the spec is a Focus, right? If all this thing has to do is be better than a Focus to be the best car in the spec. And that's wild. It's a nice car for them to add. And next we've got the Ferrari 308, as well as the SF90. That's the next two cars being added. 1 month from now, we're going to be getting the Ferrari 308 and the SF90. We can actually see when that's going to be got, because it's going to be exactly 4 weeks from now. We got the 4 summits and then SF90 308. So we've still got a little bit of time for those. We got these 2 new cars. We got the Supra coming back in a week or so. And then we've got the Summit car at the end, and in the meantime, not a lot now that I think about it, but I guess that's just what it is. We've just got everything from the start of this month, and then we're into the regular update cycle, you know, the months and then the whatevers. And maybe I'm a bit more annoyed about it than I should be. I don't know, it's just like, add something more, but it's not like they're gonna add a weekly new car, are they? So what am I going to do about it? Nothing is the answer. And of course, yeah, this is early access as well. So if you don't have the year 1 pass, you won't be able to get this car until a week from now. A week from now is when you'll actually be able to get this car if you don't have it currently. There we go. Pretty good. Thank you to popular members, especially thanks to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members, Animal, Grim Pepper, and Extreme Speed, and an insane top of the top thank you to Icon members, HK. That's going to be about it for me, boys, in a